sipping on a brew, and the weather is just fine. Somewhere out there, living in a bungalow above, and I'm looking for a love that isn't in a rush. 'Cause I need someone. I'm living on the beach down in Mexico. I'm living on the edge and I won't let go. My brim's down low, sipping a bottle of tequila. Now I'm free. I'm living on the beach down in Mexico. It's cold up there, living in the valley. Got a boat ride just for two. We're gonna climb that mesa tonight till we reach that high down in Mexico. The ocean has a way of missing father time, and the memories of you are forever in my mind. Pesos pay the rent and señorita smile at me. But if you were here with me, I wouldn't pay them any mind. 'Cause I need someone. I'm living on the beach down in Mexico. I'm living on the edge and I won't let go. My friends down low, sipping a bottle of tequila. Now I'm free. I'm living on the beach down in Mexico. It's cold up there, living in the valley. Got a boat ride just for two. We're gonna climb that mesa tonight till we reach that high down in Mexico. It's the place to go. Right by the water, got a boat ride just for two. We're gonna start that fire tonight till we get that high down in Mexico. I'm living on the beach down in Mexico. Living on the edge and I won't let go. My friends down low, sipping a bottle on the beach down in Mexico. Your friends down low, sipping a bottle on the edge and I won't let go. My friends down low, sipping a bottle on the beach down in Mexico. Your friends down low, sipping a bottle on the edge and I won't let go.
Hey, how's it going? Welcome back to the Houston Collective Show. And who you just heard was Marshall Falcon and a previously unreleased track called The Edge of Paradise. And you heard it first here on the Houston Collective. But let me give a little background story about Marshall Falcon. Man, I found this guy on YouTube, and he had this amazing music video of his track, The Longest Day. And till this day, I think it's one of the most perfect music videos ever. No cuts, on a phone, It was him and a guitar playing the acoustic version of The Longest Day. And I don't know where he was at, but the background was, or the scenery behind him was just flawless. As a video dude, I couldn't help but obsess over that video. But anywho, like I said, welcome back to the Houston Collective here on KPFT 90.1 FM Houston. I'm your host, Masaya, the video guy. I don't know what I was saying. I'm still getting used to this radio stuff. But we have a really good episode here today. So this will be more of the regular format. The first up is the KPFT Sessions, and we have a great guest. I'll let me introduce them in the next segment, the KPFT Sessions. And listeners, I hope you starting to see me getting, or hear me getting better at this whole radio thing. But I appreciate you guys sticking around. So let's get right into it. KPFT Sessions, the Houston Collective.
We're good to go. All right. Hello and welcome to the KPFT Sessions, coming to you from, you guessed it, KPFT 90.1 FM Houston. I'm Masaya with Rico in the house and Marlon back there. And today we are diving into the heart of Houston's music scene with another incredible talent. Today there is a duo. This show is brought to you by our community of supporters, and if you love what you hear, consider donating to keep the music playing. Visit kpft.org to contribute. Now let's get into the session. Today we're joined by Jimmy and Margaret. Welcome to the show.
Thanks for having us. Good to be here.
No, oh, we're fantastic. So let's kick things off. What do you guys have lined up first?
Music-wise,
Yes.
well, we talked about doing Divine, but I think maybe we'll start with Fresh Water, just since we were just playing it in a minute ago.
We can just start.
I left Oklahoma under darkness. Needed gasoline that my money couldn't buy. Rolled to a halt at a rest stop east of the Colorado line. Been boarded and barbed wired since November. Water'd all been turned off at the source. I slipped inside the shoes I brought for walking. Pointed west and dreamt of painted horse. Give me water, fresh water I can swallow. Give me air, don't hurt my mouth to breathe. Give me one open shot at redemption. Keep your dirty needles out of me. Yeah, the moon was up high past curfew, so I kept to the fence lines when I could. Then a light flooded down around upon me, so I prayed knowing I'd be gone good. Yeah, I should have held her long before I left her. Should have told her I was blessed that she was mine. Should have paid heed the words of warning. Got her safely to the other side. Give me water, fresh water I can swallow. Give me air, don't hurt my mouth to breathe. Give me one last call with my darling before you stick those needles. recall was being questioned. Shown a grainy movie starring me. There was laughter and tears from my darling. And the room swelled with blues I would be. Yeah, I should have held her long before I left her. Should have made a point of making time. Should have paid heed to words of warning. Got her safely to the other side. Give me water, fresh water I can swallow. Give me air, don't hurt my mouth, breathe. Give me back the country I was born in. Just wanna live in truth, die in peace.
Woo! Whoa! It's not what I expected.
Very nice.
Yeah, this is the first.
Should I take my boots off if I stomp too much? Is it? I don't want to.
You might distract somebody.
I wasn't hearing it though.
Okay, cool.
I can do it just in case,
Taking
because then
feet
I
off the
start
board, so I
thinking
wasn't
about it.
hearing it.
Can we ask you not to stomp?
Oh, there it is.
Oh, there we
got
go.
that, yeah.
Answer my question.
What?
Now we're in trouble.
No.
Trying to sit down and everything, be civil. It's hard.
Pretty good. It was a good live song. Yeah.
That was excellent. Are we all set?
Yes.
Okay, cool. Well, are you
My
from?
touching's free. I am from Houston.
Okay, yeah,
Yep,
man,
born
this
and
stuff
raised.
This is awesome. Yeah, I'm getting introduced to so much more Houston-based music
Nice.
for the past few years. So it's like, man, this is amazing stuff. I appreciate you making this music.
Sure.
So, what's on the next track?
Oh, we will do a song called Divine about a drunken clown.
Drunken Clowns. I'm all for that. Well,
It's like as a folk singer, you got to have your train song, your break-up songs, and then your drunken clown and
What's your Jerry Jeff song?
imaginary pet songs.
yeah. Well, now that you mention it, I have heard all those in other folk.
Right, right.
Nope.
You hadn't mentioned Mama once.
Right, well, the floor is yours now, Jimmy.
Goes out to the unconventional dating rituals of Brian Irwin. Started with the Bible, ended with the boom. Poor clown couldn't see, tie the laces of his shoes. Took a bit of a tumble, some mouths open wide. Left a lot disappointed, caught himself in time. Keep his nose out of concrete, blood from being dropped on his untied both sides. Red and blue polka dots, red and blue polka dots. He spotted at a yard sale, peeking out of a box, just set free. So come on, buddy, even you can be a star. Let's go and get yourself a new nose, tiny little car, tiny little car. Sold the last of his books for Parting gifts from his pa before he left to fight his last war. Just to hold him gave him comfort. Still he studied every page like it'd been etched in gold from the mouth of a sage. Was the mouth of a sage. Told him love him like you oughta. Blessed are they. Go ahead and shine. So he polished up his red nose, took a nip from the bottle, hung across from his rear view, called himself divine. Was the nipping from the bottle did him in for the last time. He was driving like a bandit, running from it all. Blew straight through a crosswalk where little legs were waiting, playing slower than a slideshow. The boom he still recalls. The boom he recalls is louder as the walls gray. He used to want it all. Now he prays for the old days. House is filled with laughter. All the children smile. Jailers joke and call him Jesus. Keeps insisting he's divine. Jailers joke and call him Jesus. Keeps insisting he's divine.
Woo!
Nice.
Oh man! So you got to tell me a little bit about a little more about yourself. Like, how often do you play? Where can I catch you live? Do you have a full band?
Lately, I've been playing pretty sporadically. Had a full band that starting to gel, and then COVID happened, so that blew up. Everybody moved and went on to different things. So I do a lot of solo stuff. I do kind of, I'm lucky enough, sometimes I can just kind of borrow people's bands, you know. I play with sometimes like Folk Family Revival out of Conroe, Magnolia area. They'll be my band sometimes. But lately I've been doing more solo stuff. I'm doing something at Anderson Fair on June 6th with Mondo Signs and Matt Harlan, the thing that he hosts everything over there. I think 2 Thursdays a month.
Okay.
And well, tomorrow night I'm doing the Guy Clark tribute over at Rockefeller's. And then I'll play at La Carafe quite a bit. Hadn't been a lot lately, but it's kind of one of those, sometimes I can just call and be like, hey, is it okay if I play tonight? I got a PA in my car, you know, and just show up and play. Or sometimes, you know, I'll actually try to let people know.
So do you prefer being in a band or doing solo stuff?
I really miss being in a band, or having a band anyway. but I like it kind of both ways because solo, completely fly by the seat of your pants, make it up as you go along, kind of thing. But then again, certain songs are just, they just need more than an acoustic guitar sometimes, I think,
Well, Margaret, I don't know.
Yeah.
Never heard you guys play, but
Well, we
the
played for the
cellos.
first time together last night. So,
Awesome.
and I've admired her work from afar for a very long time, and so I was really excited to get her to do this today. Give us an excuse to get together.
Thank you, Margaret, for coming by and gracing us with the cello sounds. So now, let's go on. What's the third song you got for us today?
Let's do. We did Freshwater. We did Divine. Yeah, I think that's Buffalo Bayou. This one goes out to the giant ditch that runs through our city. Better take a swig of water, and I will try not to stomp. Pick up. When I die, won't you slip me in? Buffalo Bayou. Ooh. When I die, won't you slip me in? Buffalo Bayou. Dress me in my dress boots, drive me in a car, lay me on my back so I can stare up at the stars. Launch me at the landing, sing a host of hymns, tell the gators and the gars I'm bound to taste like sin. Sorry about the time the wind is blowing cold, sorry for the lying, don't believe the things you told. Carve a casket out of live oak for irony and grins. Point me towards the south, pray we meet again. Mama said I had it coming, Daddy thought I'd gone off the deep and back at night. Cross-legged on the lawn, neighbors shut the windows, friends they barred the doors. I went off to find what searching minds go searching for. Light among the darkness, truth between the lies, love that understands, a pretty place to hide. Answers to the questions that were written long ago. Never thought I'd find them in the Gulf of Mexico. I'm too big to bury in the yard beneath the tree. Used to carve my name and now I'm drifting out to sea. Green's up to the left of me, white oaks back behind. The channel don't change me, I'll be doing just fine. If I make it past the jetties, the buzzard's still at bay. Gonna take one last look at my mess, for I've made too many mistakes for counting. All a man can do is pray. There's nothing left but bone that won't be held to pay. Sorry for the time you don't choose, the time you go. Sorry for their lying, don't believe the things you're told. Carve me out a casket, toss some tokens in, kiss my leathered mouth and pray I catch a south wind. When I die, won't you slip me in? Buffalo Bayou.
Ooh, man, makes me want to drink a Lone Star. Or, I'm sorry, maybe a Love Street. Okay.
Makes me want to drink alone.
I don't even know. I don't have a response for that. I'll drink alone and listen to your music. How about that? Well, it's been a pleasure having you here on the KPFT Sessions.
It's been great to be here.
Awesome. Before we wrap, do you want to tell our listeners how they can find your music or I know you mentioned where you're playing tomorrow.
Yeah, tomorrow, then Thursday, June 6th at Anderson Fair. Well, I've got jimmypizzitola.com. I try to keep up to date. I have a Facebook. I'll try to at least post gigs on. And an Instagram that's at Jimmy Pizz, Pizz. And so those are probably the best places. Oh, and Spotify. You know, if you like what you're hearing, give it a follow so I can get them up over 20.
Oh, also, Jimmy Pizz.
Monthly listeners. I know 19 of them.
19 of them. Hey, you know 20.
Yeah,
Right here. Right here.
Right.
Yeah, no, definitely give it a follow.
But
Yeah, so thank you for Margaret, do you have any? I know there's no
going on
mic,
Two
you
Star
might have to-
Symphony.
Yeah, just look up 2-Star Symphony. It's a creepy little mini orchestra. There's usually 7 or 8 of us. and
Creepy.
We write our own music. We do old, like, spooky silent films. We'll write the music for them and then perform live with the silent film. We're going to do one at Discovery Green again soon. I don't
that's
know
right.
when.
Oh, okay. All right, hold on.
Yeah.
Creepy music and all right, how did you two meet?
Just mutual friends, just kind of music community type stuff. Like I said, I've been an admirer of Two Star Symphony work for a long time, and kind of, you know, so I would go see them and kind of became friends. And then, like I said, I've always wanted. I loved playing with a cello. I haven't done it very much at all, and I've you know, just admired and respected Margaret for a long time and everything they've done to start that group, keep it together, and Deborah as well, and just everybody. I worked with Jerry, who used to be in Two Star Symphony. He did a video for me once. But anyway, so yeah, just kind of mutual friends and that kind of
So
stuff.
have you been making creepy music together yet?
I haven't.
Okay.
I just make
I
my
heard
own
creepy
creepy
and I was
music.
like, oh, I'm okay. All right. No, either way, but thank you,
Because
Jimmy.
they're real musicians.
Yeah.
You don't want me ad-libbing to a silent film.
Well, I can't wait
Unless
to
you
see
just
this.
need commentary. Then
Yeah.
I could do.
Yeah. You got
Well,
the
I'll definitely film the commentary if you want to do like a review and stuff.
Right,
like
right.
that.
Perfect.
But thank you guys. I appreciate you, and thank you for everyone behind the scenes for making this possible. Rico back here, Marlon, Howard.
Yeah, thank you, Howard. Thank you, Glenna. Thanks, everybody, for having
Yeah,
us.
thank you.
Yeah. No, and thank you, and don't forget to check out Jimmy and the
Star Symphony.
2-Star Symphony online. Support your local music. You've been listening to KPFT 90.1, and we hope you enjoyed today's lesson as much as we did. Until next time, keep the music alive, and don't forget to support your local artists at KPFT and KPFT. Goodbye.
Yeah, that wraps up our first segment with KPFT Sessions. I hope you enjoyed Jimmy Pizzitola. Yeah, it was great hearing him hanging out. And that was a fun one. It was super impromptu. I generally get it all scheduled and do a whole not a background track, but you know. But for the next segment, we'll usually have some music, you know, maybe do some Long River session stuff. But I thought it would be very important to introduce the listeners and the viewers, wherever you are, whether it's Radio Land, Internet Land, YouTube Land, to get to know the crew behind the Houston Collective. Who does what? Who does it? Yeah, who does what, where, and when they are on the crew, whether it's on Long River Sessions or KPFT Sessions. You know, get to know us. I think it's very important for everyone to know who's behind the scenes. Because as a behind the scenes guy, I think it's like I said, it's very important for us to be known. Like, even as a video guy, I never get pictures of myself because I'm the one behind the camera. So let's get right into it, and I won't introduce them here because I'll let me introduce them in the next segment.
All right, so welcome back. This is the talking part of it. This is the Houston Collective. And before you are seeing this, what happened before was Jimmy Pizzitola doing the second session. So welcome back. And this is Masaya. And today we have DJ Rico Black, who does the audio for the KPFT Sessions. How are you doing, dude?
Well, that was a pretty cool intro.
Thanks.
You were pretty hyped up. I like it, man. I dig it.
As soon as I hit record, I'm a totally different person. So I try to,
What's your name again?
My name? Oh, did I not say that?
That's a good question. My memory's shot, so this interview should go well.
It's okay. It's okay because you're gonna be brutally honest with me since this is technically the second episode.
Okay.
Technically,
You're doing great.
Thank you. Thank you.
You're doing great.
You know, I try to not say and us a lot, but here, let's get into more of what you do and what your background is. So, what did you start out as before you became part of the KPFT crew?
How far back do you want me to go, man? I got stories on stories.
I like stories. I'm down for story time.
Okay. I'll
We want to
start
know
with this
you.
one.
Okay.
So long time ago, right?
Long time ago. Not in band camp.
No.
Okay.
I was never in band camp, never learned how to read music, none of that. But I've always been involved in music. And in college, I had a professor ask for interns for a radio internship.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought everybody and their mom was going to want to sign up and do it, or that the people who did sign up would need some kind of great grades and extracurriculars to their name, and I was not about any of that. Long story short, that's how I got into it. Then COVID happened. All the business connections I made during that time kind of went away. Then I became a DJ, which was a weird right turn, but it was fun. And I needed something a little more consistent, something that could kind of take me further in the future than just gigging at the clubs. So here I am.
Well, hey, welcome. I appreciate you being here and being the closest person to my age at the radio station.
Amen. Amen.
Yeah, let's look into the camera.
We need more.
Yeah, we do need more. And so how do you see radio going moving forward in 2024?
If I have anything to do with it, hopefully we modernize. I think there's a lot of good radio shows in Houston, but they've been the same good radio show for decades. And as much as I can respect and congratulate that, I think it's time that we get some newer, younger voices, different voices on different places. Demographics can only take you so far before you start needing to know who your people are.
Yeah, I feel like most of everyone in radio is literally grand personed in.
Yeah, they've been there for a while, longer than I've been alive.
Yeah, I was about to say the same thing, probably longer than all of us have been alive put together.
Yeah.
And no hate on that, and I feel like there's also still merit in that to learn from the OGs.
For sure.
But
they're all over that stuff.
Yeah.
And, they've been doing it for so long that they have had to pick up some tricks, man.
Yeah.
And that's
So-
what I listen for.
Yeah. So how do you feel about me coming into it and bringing the video element into radio? I know it's not like a traditional radio show and it's more like a podcast, but I still don't know the difference between a radio show and a podcast other than the amount of cussing that's allowed on a podcast.
That and where it goes, and when it happens. So a podcast you can kind of schedule for whenever it gets pre-recorded. Maybe they sell a live event type of deal, but it's all pre-recorded. Radio, you can do live, you can do a little bit of everything. And I think you coming into this place and messing it up with your videos. No, I think it's dope. I think we're onto something that's kind of, I don't want to have it fit anywhere neatly in terms of who it belongs to.
Oh yeah, no, I 100% agree with that. And one thing that I'm definitely trying to think of is how to do it live, because I feel like all the OGs in radio are not really down for pre-recorded anything. And from your tone of voice, it sounds like you're not either, Rico.
Hey, man, I do enough, all right? I don't need more things on my to-do list. Yeah. But I think a lot of what's changing, a lot of the new stuff is kind of forcing those OGs to adapt as well. And the ones that can't, they're this sounds morbid, but they're not with us anymore. You know what I mean?
Yeah, the morbidity is always fun. You know, maybe we might get canceled. Who knows? Before we even get on here.
Let's hope.
Yeah. But maybe that'll ruffle some feathers. You know, I'm all about doing that and doing rebel things, and also I feel like I have a tiny bit of guilt since I'm in video, and there's that one song. Video killed the radio star. But I feel like a video can also revive the radio star.
Yeah, I think I was going to say something like that right now we don't have to be a podcast or a radio station or a YouTube thing. It's multimedia in its purest form.
Yeah, multimedia, and that's what I definitely want to do. And also figure a way to make it more interactive where listeners and viewers can be part of the journey somehow. As I was thinking of, like during fund drive stuff as something like maybe give away 2 spots to see a live taping. I don't know. Are we allowed to say that? I guess someone will let me know.
Yeah, the FCC.
Yeah. John?
John, yeah. Get his email memorized.
Oh, I do.
Oh, yeah? I have questions, too.
Yeah.
All right. CC me, yeah?
Yeah. Yeah, no. And so do you think that would be something? I mean, the spot at the radio station is tiny. I think if we had like half a person, it'd be already packed.
Yeah, we're struggling for space and sometimes time.
So have you guys ever done any like live events at the station, or is it more like live record or broadcasting?
Everything. So we can do remote shows and broadcast live on air to a radio station from a remote location. We can also pre-record whatever's going on and say that we were broadcasting from another location. So it all depends on how you want to do it. It all depends on what we have available, who we have available. I keep putting B's on my V's. It's weird.
It's okay. It's okay. I'm Filipino. All our F's are P's.
Yeah, but there's just a whole bunch of different ways we can go about doing it. And, it's a lot to learn, and it's a lot to... It provides a big opportunity for a lot of people to get involved where they probably didn't have access to us before. And I think that's important. Meeting people where they're at.
Yeah. No. I'm definitely thinking of ways to bring that. I think it'd be really cool to have a live broadcast or live pre-recorded show at one of the free shows that I throw on. Mm-hmm. It's definitely not for profit, and and I think that'd be cool just to have anyone there, just to have a broadcast, because it's going to be a long day, and I think there'll be lots of content there, and we record everything. So yeah, maybe that could be something. I wouldn't want whatever. But yeah,
sign me up, Doc.
Yeah, no. I think if you want to do it, that'd be great.
I'm always down to do something. I just like seeing change, man.
Yeah, well, you could see the change.
Mm-hmm. It's floating all around us.
Change. Well, here, let's do something a little unprofessional here. Hey, Jar, what's the time? Oh, no, out there.
10:41.
10:41. We've only been talking for 10 minutes. Oh, well then, Rico, let's talk more about you. I'm going to put this on the radio. I think this will be fun. I think that's the one cool thing because I'm not polished, and I like doing like showing and letting the viewers and listeners see the behind the scenes and showing how like not radio I am.
Yeah, I mean, it's obvious.
It's okay. See, I knew it. That's why I said someone's going to be brutally honest today.
Oh, dang.
I'm not hating. I like that. I honestly like that because I'm not scared of feedback or constructive criticism. I'll just take it that way.
Yeah,
So.
I feel you.
Yeah. So, what's your experience been like at KPFT?
Yeah, that one radio station we know nothing about. For the most part, it's been cool, man. It's been chill. It's been a sweet little gig. You know, no one really.
We can bleep stuff out, right?
Oh yeah. No, I don't want y'all to do anything in post. All right. No, but I definitely have a lot of freedom to do what I want, how I want to do it, and if I mess up or if it doesn't work, I definitely hear it. But that's fine because I'd rather, something get nipped in the bud than drag it on.
So how is it? Is it like a big difference between doing board operator stuff for the radio versus board operator? So would you still call it board operator if you're doing live sound for music, or is that a sound engineer, or are those terms interchangeable?
We talking DJing or?
But whatever, like from what you do on the board at the radio station, from DJing, or from doing what you do with me on KPFT Sessions when you're doing the miking and doing this thing, faders.
The whoop whoop.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I don't know.
Oh, okay.
But
that's a good.
No, there's definitely similarities, and that's kind of how I was able to be as successful as I was because I kind of already had prior knowledge. So in DJing, I already had the previous experience in college doing the internet radio there. And then whenever I went into the clubs, I was using much better, bigger gear, but it was based off of the gear I was using. So everything was building up. And so then when I got to KPFT and I got this 16-channel board, I wasn't too intimidated because I knew that you didn't have to use everything. You don't have to use all the bells and whistles. You don't have to turn all the knobs, and you don't have to move all the faders. So it was all pretty gradual, all pretty consistent and linear. So I think I played my cards right, and let's hope that I don't mess it up.
No way, man. They're stuck with us now.
Oh, God.
They're stuck with us. Yeah.
Yeah, I keep signing up for more and more.
Yeah, whether they like it or not, we have live music at the station now. I mean, there's live music there too, but I feel, but I haven't heard too much of how those programming, those shows are run. And
I could tell you.
Yeah, please. Like the more information that I thought that was like eyelash. The more I hear, the better that I can start adjusting, because I feel like I adjust every time we do one. It's like, oh, okay, that was an unforeseen event.
So you want some of this consistency?
Yeah, consistency. Yeah.
I'll give it to you.
Please. I'd rather hear it. I mean, I'm all over the place, as you know, and so consistency will look a little different, but I still would want to hear.
Well, the way we do it is usually it's a host who's probably either been told by the program director or asked the program director if this interview can go on. And then the talent comes in with their instruments, and we usually have 4 mics in the talk studio, and then we have 3 mics in the control room. And so the host is usually in the control room, operating the board, making things go live, playing PSAs, blah, 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 blah. And on the other side in the talk studio, that's where we'll use one of the 4 mics for the instrument and another one of the 4 for their voice. And then we just record like normal. And we've had a good amount of those, but it's hard when you are dealing with people of a certain age because they're not promoting everything on social media. Which kind of does everybody a disservice, but that is the hope, that we can change those types of things and make things a little more mainstream, something like that.
So guests that come on, are you saying that they need to have social media to promote the radio show, or, I mean,
I think both.
both? Okay.
Radio needs to promote it. The talent needs to promote it, and
Do you promote it?
well, I don't.
I know.
I don't have social media. Yeah, no. I try to stay far away from internet as possible. I'll stick with my knobs and my
It's
face.
okay. Yeah, we'll just take a bunch of pictures for you and I'll promote you. Or not. I will give information on who the host or who the audio people are. FCC training.
John.
Learned. Yeah, John. Shout out to John. He was cool. Did he answer? Anyway.
He doesn't know me.
Oh, you didn't ask questions during that?
One in chat, but that was about it.
Oh, really? Yeah.
I didn't want to be annoying. I don't know how long yours went on for, but
It went on for quite a bit, but what's funny is I thought the same thing. I was like, I'm only gonna ask one question because I don't want to be annoying. But when I email him,
I think the one question I did ask wasn't even a good one, and I was like, dang, there goes my one shot, completely imposed upon myself. But that's another story.
no, and what's funny is like a lot of these people that was on there have probably been on radio for so long, and they're super getting upset about the little change. But one of the guys was said it perfectly. Like it's figuring out how to get the information out there within these guidelines. So it's like, how do I, I don't know if you're familiar with using like AI, like Midjourney or ChatGPT, but that's another similar in that where you have to know how to talk to AI to get it to do or say what you need it to say. And I feel like it's same with these FCC rules that we're being imposed on.
If you want to get deep with it,
Yeah, let's get deep, bro.
that's the problem with society, man. It's all about messaging, dude. You know what I'm talking about?
It totally is, and I think it's been a stressful yet enjoyable challenge trying to navigate the world of radio with people that are not stuck in their ways, but know the way. And I feel like it's definitely not broken. And so it probably doesn't need fixing, but it definitely needs updating.
It needs updating, and it needs a little help.
Yeah.
A little help.
And I think we can definitely facilitate that change. And so how often do you guys go out into the field and do a live broadcast? Have you done that?
No, I'm usually the guy who stays behind and makes sure it's still broadcasting on our end. And it's usually our lead engineer, Howard, who goes up there with another longtime supporter, Stu, and sometimes Jack. And we always have a team of people going out there and literally setting up the boxes, the transmitter, the receiver, the microphones, the wires, the power, everything.
Oh, wow. So it takes a lot. So it takes a minimum of 3 people to set up like an offsite. Is that
If you want to do it quick and you want to do it well, then yeah. Because even then, best plans can go to waste real quick. So those 3 have been doing it the longest, have been doing it the most, and have been doing it the best. That is something I do want to learn, but it's also something that we want to do a lot more. So more people need to learn it.
Hey, George, you hear that? So why this setup? If it's getting pre-recorded, why not just bring like a Tascam or a Zoom and then just plug in 2 mics that way? Is there like a special? Is this setup special to pre-record and or broadcast or?
What setup?
The on the go setup.
Ooh. So again, we could transmit live or just record it and then play it at a later date.
And so when you're recording it, is that just to a board, to a laptop, and then recorded, and then and is it transmitting like board, laptop, Wi-Fi, then transmitted? I think this is all interesting.
No, for sure. I'm about to nerd out a little bit, and I can get into the weeds. But long story short, if it's all going right and if everything's set up well, then the actual transmitter, the little mini portable one that we have, is enough to get to whatever internet server and then out of the board / radio towers. When it doesn't work, that's when we have to use, workarounds like Ethernet hotspots, networking into other computers, remote desktops. What else? There's just a whole bunch of different ways that when it's not going right, we can write it. So it's hard to do an interview when all the answers are kind of like, it depends on how you want to do it.
No. But that means that there's no one size fits all kind of thing. There's plenty of options to do it. Like I used to do jujitsu, and they always say, anytime I had a question, the first words was, "It depends."
Yeah.
It depends on the situation. It depends on where this is placed. Yeah.
It's a terrible answer, but it really does.
Yeah. I agree. It's a terrible answer, but at the same time, it lets me know that there is more than one way of getting from A to B.
Yeah.
Which is awesome because I'm not necessarily a rule follower, and I like to do things my way. And if I find an efficient way, I'm going to use that.
Well, get you a PA first, yeah?
Yeah. PA, like a thing. Yeah. We'll get one.
Sorry, I didn't mean to put your business out like that.
No, it's fine. It's fine. Well, can we borrow one from the station?
I think I have one hidden somewhere.
Yeah?
Yeah, I don't know if it works.
Oh. So going forward with the KPFT sessions, like, where do you want to see it? How do you want to see it grow, or do you like the way it's been now?
Oh, no, I'm never satisfied. I always wanted to grow always in all ways, you feel me?
So how far do you think, or would you want to see this go? Like, because currently with the space we have, we could only do solo, duo, or acoustic.
Yeah, that's a good question. I know, Meg the Stallion was here over the weekend? Someone can verify this, but
yes,
she had 2 nights, and she brought in a whole bunch of local Houston legends, Bun B, Zero, Lil Kiki, and she's Kiki, and she's a newer artist, but she respects those who came before her. And so, if we can sort of emulate that with KPFT Sessions, and maybe at some point we have some new up and comer who has ties to legendary pasts, then I think once we start mixing the two, that I think that's when we'll be in a good place.
So do more rappers, because I have a couple lined up.
Hey, man.
Or just anything in general.
Anything.
Well, yeah. Eventually, I want to also like go and do what you're talking about, going offsite and doing sessions that way. But man, that wall of CDs looks so cool. Like,
it sure does.
Like that look, I feel like is going to be one of the Houston iconic looks for us.
I hope so. That'd be cool.
Yeah. But then, cool. I mean, are there other rooms at KPFT that has like a wall of CDs that we can use to host bigger?
No.
Okay.
Nope. That is the one room. But there's always like little renovations that we want to do. Sometimes we'll have pictures put up. Sometimes it's soundproofing that we'll put up instead. And sometimes it's just, FCC training guidelines. So again, it depends, right?
Yeah, because I mean, I'm still open to the idea of using that bigger room, but the other day I thought about it, and that's going to mess up whoever's downstairs. If we have more people in that bigger room, and if Jimmy was just tapping his foot, with boots on.
See, y'all got soft carpet in here, and we have hardwood floors, so.
I mean, I'm always open to do it here, but it doesn't have the wall of CDs. That's the thing that I'm like, I want the wall of CDs. Like, what? Oh, I know. Maybe we can just take a picture of it and put it on fabric and like stick it on a wall.
Dude, that is a good idea. Just get some
Hollywood
wallpaper.
magic. Yeah. No, we honestly thought about doing that. So like when we first started doing Long River Sessions, we got something similar to that, but it was just a fake brick wall. And for the longest, nobody knew it was fake until they showed up and be like, "What? This is fabric." Yeah.
That's awesome. Fake it till you make it, man.
Yeah. No, and I would definitely consider doing that, but I feel like, I don't know, being a musician and being at a radio station, I feel like that goes so hand in hand together, because that's growing up, for me at least, that was the dream. Like any musician wants to get on the radio, which it still is, but being at the station is like, gives a vibe.
That's kind of where I'm at, you know, whenever COVID happened and I bought my first bit of DJ gear, I thought it was only going to be a few weeks, and I was just going to play with it. And I thought, you know, anyone can do this, right? And then as I got better, I started to challenge myself, and then I wanted to perform a certain way, and then I wanted numbers, and then I wanted to perform in certain places, and, you know, you just keep reaching higher and higher. And I forgot what you asked me.
I like that story, and I forgot that's what I asked you too. All right, see, this is good. This is good. You got the training, I got the training. I feel like we should just be hosting stuff and make our own podcast.
Be careful what you wish for, man.
Hey, now you've seen the space. The space is awesome.
You're going to make me split my time all the time.
You're going to have to. I do.
You're right.
I do. Every other week, I'm here with, Blue's next. Yeah, shout out to Blue and Jar back there. They don't, turn it, but you can't. Well, I think this is a good end, right? So for more info, hold on. I got to think about this. How do I get the information out there without telling you what to do? To see what?
Well, this is your show.
No, please.
I was going to help you.
Yeah, no, please help me.
So the way you should do it is say the one time at the end of the show, the website that they can visit you at, or I could tell it because I'm the guest. Right?
I don't have a website, but I mean,
what's your website?
It's under construction. It looks awful.
What about the KPFT Sessions one?
That one is. Can we say that now?
Sure.
It's youtube.com/KPFT Sessions.
Okay, youtube.com/KPFT Sessions. You heard it from me. I'm the guest, so it's 1-1.
Oh, that's... Yeah. Goodbye.
Good.
Thank you.